For more on the opioid crisis now, let's speak to Michael Botticelli, who's the Executive Director of the Grayken Center for Addiction at the Boston Medical Center and previously served as the Director of the White House Office of National Drug Control Policy under the Obama administration. He joins us now live from Boston. Good to have you with us, Michael. In a national sense, what's the significance of this trial in Oklahoma?
So I think this trial in Oklahoma, as well as lawsuits that are happening around the country, are tremendously important, and I think they're important for a number of reasons. One, I think that drug manufacturers and distributors need to be held accountable in a very transparent way for all of the pain and death that they presumably have caused as a result of their manufacturing and distribution processes. I think that it's really important that we see what these companies did and know exactly the practices that may have led to the most significant public health crises that we've probably had in the United States history. So, and I think that they owe it to the parents of kids who have died, not only that they are held accountable, but also that they pay for treatment and prevention services. I think that's really an important part to these lawsuits.
Is there now a momentum building against these manufacturers at the state and federal level?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, is there now a momentum building legally, I'm speaking, against these manufacturers, these drug manufacturers at the state and federal level?
There is a significant momentum building, and I think just about there are hundreds, if not thousands, of lawsuits that are making their way through the state and federal court systems now to hold manufacturers and distributors accountable for their behavior. And I think that's really an important and growing part of the issue here. I think that, having spent the bulk of my time at both state and federal government levels, that government has a responsibility, but certainly the businesses that may have contributed to this epidemic and quite honestly made hundreds of billions of dollars off of these drugs be held both financially and legally responsible for the behavior that that may have led to the contribution to this epidemic.
What do you think we might learn from this trial? To what extent is a Pandora's box about to be opened in Oklahoma?
Well, I think it's really one of the important reasons that these cases go to trial, in the sense that through the discovery process and through the transparent discovery of documents and practices, that the public and parents will see, I think, on a firsthand basis what these manufacturers and distributors did. So I think that there's a transparency to these lawsuits that settlements, quite honestly, don't often allow for that sort of public disclosure in terms of the practices of these businesses.
Michael, really good to talk to you. Many thanks indeed for being with us. Michael Botticelli there.